Hi, welcome to EMS World. I'm John Eric, and we're here today with Skip Kirkwood, Chief of Wake County EMS in North Carolina and a well-known industry speaker, author, and leader. Skip, thanks for joining us.
Good to be here. Nice conference.
Let me ask you first, you speak and write often about the career ladder in EMS. How can systems provide more and better career opportunities for their talented people?
Well, I think there's really two pieces to the career development thing. The first is that we need to start providing a more diverse mix of services. If we're a one-trick pony, if all we do is respond to a call, put someone in an ambulance, transport them to a hospital emergency department, it's pretty difficult to build a career ladder on that. As I hope we will become more sophisticated, more diverse as an industry, we ought to have some more opportunities for people to do different things besides the front of the truck or the back of the truck, which are currently the limits of career mobility in many agencies. The second is a foundation for the first, which is to form larger organizations. The whole regional approach to EMS was discussed extensively in the Institute of Medicine white paper on the future of EMS. It's difficult to build a meaningful career ladder in an organization that runs 2 or 3 ambulances and has a staff of 12 or 25 or what have you. It's much easier in a larger organization to have opportunities for people to specialize, either doing unique services to the community like special operations, tactical medicine, urban search and rescue, hazardous materials, or to have organizational needs for staff specialists like planners and analysts and so on, so that the paramedic who loves EMS but who wants to do something more than drive on one call and attend on the other can have something to do.
Now, in that kind of vein, what kind of skill sets will providers need to develop? How should they be working to improve themselves in preparation for moving up?
Well, again, there's multiple fronts to that. Training, education, and experience. Training means learning how to do new things. It means learning to function in the incident command world. It means learning to be able to deploy to another community and serve as a member of a medical task force or an EMS strike team. It means having additional competencies in dealing with different kinds of patients, like crisis management, chronic healthcare support, injury prevention, knowing how to walk through a person's home and analyze the house for fall hazards and trip hazards. That's sort of the training aspect. On the education side, the world continues to become a more sophisticated place, and larger EMS agencies are very sophisticated places. So folks who want to develop for themselves need to get an education, and it doesn't particularly matter what that education is. In my session this morning on career development, we talked a little bit about that, and I know an EMS agency that employs an individual who is a geomathematician. I never heard of a geomathematician before I met him, but he's the guy who uses computers and modeling and operations analysis and industrial engineering techniques to figure out how many ambulances they really need and where they need to be and what time of the day they need to be there. But no matter what you get a degree in, hopefully you learn to set a long-term goal and achieve it. You learn to read, write, speak the English language. You learn to work in teams. You learn to be an advocate for a particular point of view or a cause. And agencies of the future will be looking for educated, well-rounded individuals to fill out their leadership ranks. The third piece is experience. And again, you need to sort of fill out the experience that you have. There's somebody famous in EMS was known for saying, if you've seen one EMS system, you've seen one EMS system. And there are lots of things to see out there in the world. So working at different places, riding along at different places, studying different places gives you, again, more tools in your toolbox so that when a new problem pops up, you don't have to solve it one way because the only tool in your box is a hammer.
Very good. Skip, thank you for joining us.
Hey, it was a pleasure. We'll see you again. Have a good conference.
You too.